I won't let you down. Will not give you up. We on? Hello. Welcome back. I'm gonna do another comic book opening right now in front of your eyes. Here is the box. I don't know what's in it. I hope it's some exciting stuff for me and for your sakes. I appreciate you checking it out. So first, I'm gonna use this knife very safely, very carefully. Keep my fingers out of the way. Slice away from me. Very important. Never forget that razors are sharp and human fingers are soft. All right, that was towards me, but I was very careful. Okay, now closing it back up is safe. Let's see what's in the box. An invoice in a nondescript gray bag. Now, if you've been watching, you know that sometimes you get some interesting stuff, sometimes not so much. So I hope today is more interesting. I'm going to show you right away the comic books. I'm going to put them right over there instead of looking at them first and you not being able to see them, because that can't be fun. All right, start at the top. This is the top. Yes, it is. Okay. Find a place for this bag. And here I go again, opening comic books. Not looking, not looking. What is it? Ooh. All right. Green Lantern from the New 52. So this is a relatively new comic book. This is from the last, oh man, when did they do the New 52? 10 years ago? 8 years ago? They rebooted the whole entire, it was a soft reboot. They had some characters I guess they wanted to clean up, and some new lines and some new harder to draw Superman costumes with lines and stuff. This is cool. All right, next. I will put them over here. There we go. Shoop. Haha. New 52, Green Lantern. All right. Same vintage. New 52, Green Lantern. All right. If these are all Green Lanterns. Oh, man. All right. Another Green Lantern, number 0 from the New 52. Cool. All right. Good. We got Green Lantern out of our systems. I mean, Green Lantern's fine, but oh, boy. New 52 Green Lantern number 1. All right, I guess I'm going to be into Green Lantern the next few months. I'm going to be reading him. And, all right, this is a softer one, so this has got to be different. Yeah, I can already see the back. This is an older one from the ad. Cloak and Dagger, Marvel. Okay. I don't know Cloak and Dagger. Special 40-page final issue with 2 complete stories, y'all. Pow. Cloak and Dagger. So I'm going to say this was probably from, man, Marvel 25th. That's hard. Oh, it has a date, 1986. And you can see there's an ad on the back for Brock's Gum Danger Adventures with Gumby and Pokey. What are we sending away for? More gum, more fun with Gum. Oh, Gumdinger Pops and Gumby with what are we? Is it a toy? Oh, there's stickers and stuff. Cool. All right. All right, so that's interesting. From 1986. That's a little bit before my collecting time. This is going to be from 1990 from the ad on the back. Oh, another Cloak and Dagger. Okay, so we're giving away Cloak and Dagger and Green Lanterns. So in theory, this is supposed to be a grab bag of a variety of different things, but it looks like they're not really switching these up so much, which could be good and sometimes can be boring. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe on DVD for the first time. This is a relatively new one. All right, well, we'll see what's on the front. Oh, I don't know what this is. The Authority Revolution. Secrets revealed. What kind of secrets are revealed? Why is he glowing? I don't know. That's kind of secrets. See if there are any cool ads in here. This is relatively new, so it's not so much of a time capsule. But who is the publisher of this? This is not just like a DC or Marvel. Suggested for, oh, Wildstorm Universe. Cool. Suggested for mature. So, cool. Cool, cool. All right. Next up, let's keep going. See what we got. Surprises, surprises. This is from the Funny Papers. San Francisco, California is where this one's from. Authority Revolution. Okay. Same thing. We get a third one. We're on a trend. What is this? 45th Anniversary X-Men. Oh, that's kind of neat. Looks like Colossus is punching through the logo. He broke the fourth wall! What year is this? Oh, N-Gage Nokia. Look at this. It's an ad for an N-Gage Nokia phone video game system. Is it a video game system? Is it a phone? It's neither. Previously in Astonishing X-Men. Oh, it's Astonishing X-Men. Well, the art is cool. And yeah, it's digital. It's a digital comic, but the art is cool. So yeah, I'll enjoy reading this. Show you some of the pages in here. Not bad artwork. Cool. All right. Well, so far I got one interesting comic book that I'm looking forward to opening. I'll open the Green Lantern too. He's fine. Green Lantern is fine. What do we got? More Astonishing X-Men. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I never would have collected this myself, but the artwork is pretty neat. I like the coloring. I like the digital artwork. I don't know what's happening here with Colossus and whoever that is. Is that Jean Grey? Oh, she's passing through him a little bit. Weird. Anyway, yeah, that'll be cool. All right, next. What do we got? Oh, it's the same comic I just showed you, but not in a protective thing. Oh, with a game on the back for Xbox. Remember the Xbox? What is this, 2001? 2002? What's the year on this? 2005. So here's a video game on the back for Xbox. Fable, which I think I remember my roommate having. That's cool. Interesting. All right, next. If it's the same one, I'm a rampage. More Astonishing X-Men. Cool. All right, yeah, so again, 2004-ish. The art's pretty neat. Whedon. Does that mean Josh Whedon? Did he write this? That's interesting. Can it be the same guy? I don't know. Well, we'll find out. All right, next. Astonishing X-Men. Nope, this is an older one. Ooh, from '86. Ooh, that's a very cool cover. Look at that. The Spectre, #1. All right, so this is cool. The ghostly guardian returns to Earth for vengeance. I don't know much about the Spectre, but this is a vintage comic book from '86, so I'm excited to open it up. See, there's an ad on the back for the Justice League. For one incantation of the Justice League. Look at all those. This is the second string Justice League, except for Batman. Batman always looks silly when he's with any other character. He's not he's not designed to be seen really in daylight. Can we just accept that? Like Batman, he's supposed to blend into the shadows and strike fear to the heart of everybody. Superman stands out. He's bright, he's shiny. But Batman next to Superman, unless it's in a comic book, it just looks silly. But it's a comic book. it's fun. This looks like an old one, just looking from the back. Let's see, what is it? Ooh, more Green Lantern. Tales of the Corps. Cool. Or Tales of the Green Lantern Corps. I'm not sure exactly how you're supposed to read that. From across the galaxy, they come to face the challenge. Neat. So yeah. This looks like an 80s book. Look on the back. Look at those baseball cards that you can get. Cool. New for 1981. Oh, so this is a 1981 book. Neat. Again, I would have been really young when this came out, so I was not collecting at that point. But let's take a look at some of the art in here. It's a little bit faded, which is probably to be expected from a vintage comic like this. But that's not bad. Look at him flying through the universe. I don't know. I don't get Green Lantern. I don't, like, he's only limited by his imagination. So then theoretically, isn't he unlimited? And then they had the limit being the color yellow, but then they got around that, you know? It's a comic book. Why am I overthinking it? It's a comic book. Don't overthink it. All right. More Tales of the Green Lantern Corps. Triumph. So, spoiler alert, I guess they faced the challenge and they met it. Look at all those Green Lanterns. All different species together. But the human is up front because that's otherwise we wouldn't care, I guess, so much. Ooh, look at this fun ad. Bubble Yum. Used to do the thing when we were kids, where you get a whole pack of Bubble Yum, or you'd share it with your cousins, and I would just shove as many in my mouth as you possibly could. You get 8 or 9 or 10 Bubble Yums going at the same time, just because. Oh man, all that sugar. That is not good for you. All right, next up. This has got multiple in it, and it's I can see. All right, so I'm getting a little preview. Interesting. 3 different, three of the same, and it's the first spectacular issue of Crisis on Infinite Earths. So this is an important landmark comic book, actually, because it was one of the first times, if not the first time, that DC was like, all right, let's scrub the board, like the New 52 that we saw originally. They're like, we have a lot of characters that we want to kill off, and we want to reboot and simplify and pretty much do whatever we want. I mean, yeah, anytime that you've got multiverse stuff, like the new multiverse stuff coming up with Marvel, it's really just an excuse to shake the Etch-a-Sketch and do whatever they want with any of the characters. Because, hey, it's another universe that came over here. Recast a role? Yeah, that makes sense because they're from Earth 2 or Earth 3 or Earth 512 or whatever. Which, it's a comic book. It's fine. It's fine. I really just, you only get into trouble when you try to make these things all make sense. And there's just, really, it's just a series of stories about individual characters, and sometimes they team up and stuff. And I'm really a fan of individual stories more than I am like, oh, this connects with this and this connects with this. And I was like, it doesn't really. We're just individual writers writing for the minute. And sometimes things come together, sometimes they really don't. But they're stories. They don't need to all exist in the same universe. It's not a puzzle. The X-Men versus the Avengers. Well, that's interesting. What year? This looks like. Oh, let me show you. Oh, the ad on the back is dope. I'm going to show you that too. So this is X-Men versus the Avengers. I'm going to say. Oh, I just had a cable dangle in the background, but looks like we're still good. I don't know when this is from. Oh, it's got to be 80s, right? Yeah. Okay, 87. Look at this. Who had a laser tag? I still have a laser tag gun. I have that gun, actually. I don't even know if it works. I haven't plugged it in recently with the batteries, but it's all intact, and I don't think it's been water damaged. Yeah, the promise of this was much better than the reality. So basically, you shoot like light, like the infrared lights that it's just like a light bulb, like your remote controls. They still use the infrared light for remote controls, and it was just line of sight, and somebody had a sensor. They had a cartoon at the same time for laser tag. They've re-released it since then. Like when I was in college in the late 90s, they had another version of laser tag that wasn't quite as cool looking, and it was a different name. and they were playing it. We tried to sign up one time, and I don't remember why we didn't. Maybe because we were studying, because we were nerds in college. But yeah, what year is? Oh, so I said 87. So this is decent. You know, again, I don't know much about the Marvel stuff, other than the movies and things. It wasn't my thing. My thing was Batman. You had Batman comics, Detective Comics particularly. I started collecting maybe 90, 91. And that was for me, the Detective Comics. I'm going to do another video where I show off some of my favorite comics. And it's going to be very Batman. What do we got? Superpowers. That we just gave up. Let's do a new superhero book. All right, what are we going to call it? Superpowers. Great. Print it. Was this free comic book day? No. It's a 4-part miniseries. Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg. Cool. Great. What do we have in the back? Cool. Little M&Ms. I'm going to say this is from the 80s. Again, kind of funny to have. Nothing. It looks like it's for younger kids. You know, oh, superpowers. Like I probably, if at the time my parents would have got this for me when I was 5 or 6, I would have been like, yeah, because the Justice League was on TV and the cartoons, and it was the coolest thing. Right? What's this? I'm gonna say from the 80s. Again, super. Yeah. What is the superpowers? Was this just like a short series for younger kids? Oh, Jack Kirby. Okay, well, so that's cool. He's a decent artist from the time. Oh my gosh, this video game ad. Okay. Intellivision, bump and jump. So who had an Intellivision? Raise your hand. I had an Intellivision. We actually got it years later from a yard sale down the street. I remember my mom brought it home in a cardboard box and just dumped it. I don't even know if we still have it anywhere. You know, and it was like the same time as the Atari. What is this, 1983? What is this, 1983? Yep. Okay. Getting down to the last dregs. What do we got? Ha! Again, a comic I never would have collected. I enjoy Star Trek in theory. I liked all the Star Trek movies, and Star Trek Next Generation is my jam. But I never would have collected a Star Trek comic book, especially at this from this era. What is this? 86. But this is neat on the back. Dungeons and Dragons. At a time when I really didn't know about Dungeons and Dragons. 1986, so I was really, really, really young. But neat, very neat. Let's see. Build a reputation. Oh, yeah. So they don't do it so much anymore. But when I was a kid, car models in the 80s was kind of a big thing. I had a car model truck. So this is you would put it together from like metal pieces and stuff, and then you would paint it. The painting was the coolest part. But I didn't know how to paint, so it would just be globs of blue metallic paint on this truck. It looked terrible. But hey, I was a kid. It was probably meant more for teenagers or young adults. Like if I got one now, it would be a good thing to have. Ooh, so this is timely. The Eternals. This is a Marvel book. I never knew about the Eternals until they announced the new movie for Marvel, which is going to be coming out at some point. I don't know if it's coming out next year or whenever, if they probably announced it yet. But they're like gods in the Marvel universe. They're like above Thanos, I think. So this is neat. It's a number 5 issue from 1985. So I will check that out, and maybe I'll get, you know, a little bit of a jump on what's happening in the Eternals movies, because sometimes they put stuff in there and characters that you're like, who is that supposed to be? Don't you know? That is like Joe Eternal. He's from issue number 37. DN Agents. What are we doing? Oh, it's Eclipse Comics. So this is an indie. I say indie because it's not DC or Marvel, but I mean, it's a tank. Not anymore. What is it? Transforming? What is happening? What? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, cool outfits, I guess. Like, I need an outfit that's gonna show off my chest, but has a collar. I got you. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is from the 80s or 90s. I'm gonna open it up. Let's see. Let's take a look. See when it's published. It's in good, pretty good shape for a comic of this vintage. Yeah, 85. Yeah, the pages are still like just off-white. I would say mother of pearl. Okay. Nice. All right, put it back in this book. So yeah, so maybe this has been in its case for a long time. Okay. Second to last one. What is it? Dreadstar and Company. Dreadstar and Company. I just made that up. I don't know who this is. He looks like he's a ninja in space, and with a cat ninja, which is fun. You know, that's cool. I don't care. It's wacky zany. Oh yeah, so these are all the cast characters. There's Purple Guy, Cat Person, some kind of alien dude whose half his face is gone, and the Lady. What are her powers? We don't know. And then on the back, what do we have? Oh, what is this? Join the quest. I don't know. Oh, it's just another comic book. Elf Quest. Elf Quest. It is like Lord of the Rings, but we couldn't get the license. Boop, boop. Amazing fantasy. Cool. Yeah. Cool, 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 cool. Right. Last comic book of the bag. Infinity Inc. They formed a company. And what do they sell? Looks like they sell good times. Who are all these people? It's DC. The new generation of superheroes is here. Oh, phew. The Pepsi generation showed up of superheroes. Okay, so I know who that is. It's Hawk Girl, Power Girl, Hulk, She-Hulk maybe, or Hulkarama lady, the Atom perhaps. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who the flying like Captain America type dude is, and I don't know who that is. Oh, but on the back, what year is this? 83? Yeah, so this is the original. Oh man, I didn't know. Okay. So Masters of the Universe, right? He-Man, the Master of the Universe, from the 80s. I remember watching it at my babysitter's. Did not know there was a video game. I've never played it. What is it? Power of He-Man. Oh, for Intellivision. Haha. And Atari 2600. Sweet. Yeah, I have no idea. I've never seen footage of that before. So that seems kind of cool and fun. I'm going to open this up and just see who... There's a splash page that kind of has like a bios of all these different new generation characters. What do we got? Oh yeah, and they're all sitting at a table together. That's what's also great about comic books. You've got all these, they're like sitting at like a board meeting, except they're in all their outfits and stuff. That's funny. So this looks like it could be the Watchmen. It was before the Watchmen. It's 83, so it's scenes like that where it's like you got the old and the new that definitely would have influenced the Watchmen. Oh wow, look at this. So you know they're just having their superhero members only meeting, and then all of a sudden, hey, what about us guys? We're cool. We're new on the block. We solve crimes and fight evil too. What about us? The Pepsi generation of superheroes. Oh, here's a cool... What is this? Oh, fun. So, first of all, check out that kid. That is like the ultimate, like, I'm a video gamer from the 80s. No one looked like that. Max Headroom looked like that, but that was like years later. So Parker Brothers was like, oh, you like video games? Well, you're going to love them when you take them home. And it's made out of paper and plastic, and you roll dice. That's right. It is the board game versions of your favorite games, including Joust. Popeye, Cubert, and what's that last one? Pole Position. Cool. Yeah, this is a decent book, decent condition, decent color for the vintage. It's even suspiciously, it's in suspiciously good condition. Like somebody just had this in a box for decades. Parker Brothers, Frogger. Yeah, this looks like brand new, like it just came off the rack. What year is this again? Oh, I said 83. So here's, did I show you this ad? Frogger was a big deal. You get it on various consoles. You think there's a lot of consoles now. Well, back in 83, in the first wave, this is pre-NES, by the way, pre-Nintendo, you had Intellivision, Atari, Commodore 64. We had a Commodore 64, Commodore VIC-20, which is like another version of Commodore, Texas Instruments, which eventually became a calculator, Atari 5200, Atari home computers, and the ColecoVision. And they all looked kind of similar, just a little different, which is to say, pretty janky. Cool. Well, that is it for this episode. I think I have one more box coming, and then I'm going to take a break and maybe show you some of my favorite comic books and do some sharing on here with other people who have some of their favorite comic books, and we can talk back and forth about some of our favorite panels and artwork and stuff. I think that sounds fun. Cool? Cool. Shabba you next time.